Have you ever wondered if something sitting in your kitchen right now could be quietly working against your health? What if one of the world's most common foods isn't just affecting your waistline, but may also create conditions that help unhealthy cells survive and multiply? Today, you'll discover what science actually says about this everyday food, why it's often misunderstood, and the simple changes that could make a powerful difference for your future health. Stay with me until the end, because one small habit you practice every day may be far more important than you realize. When people hear the phrase, "sugar feeds cancer," it often sparks fear and confusion. While the statement is commonly repeated, the science behind it is more complex than many headlines suggest. Every cell in the human body, including healthy cells, relies on glucose as a primary source of energy to perform normal functions. Glucose is produced naturally when the body breaks down carbohydrates from foods such as fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and dairy products. Because all cells require energy, eliminating sugar entirely is neither possible nor healthy. The real concern lies in the excessive consumption of added sugars found in processed foods and sugary beverages, which can contribute to conditions that increase the risk of cancer over time. Understanding this distinction is essential because it helps people focus on improving overall health instead of fearing every source of carbohydrates. Added sugars are commonly found in foods that many people consume every day without realizing how much they are eating. Soft drinks, sweetened coffee beverages, flavored yogurts, breakfast cereals, cookies, pastries, candies, energy drinks, and packaged snacks often contain large amounts of added sugar. Unlike naturally occurring sugars in fruits and vegetables, these products usually provide very little fiber, vitamins, or minerals. Because they are digested quickly, they can cause rapid increases in blood sugar levels, prompting the body to release insulin. Insulin is a hormone that helps move glucose from the bloodstream into cells where it can be used for energy. While this process is completely normal, repeatedly consuming large amounts of added sugar throughout the day may lead to consistently high insulin levels and reduced insulin sensitivity, a condition known as insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is more than just a blood sugar problem. Over time, it can affect the body's entire metabolic system. When cells become less responsive to insulin, the pancreas works harder by producing even more of the hormone. High insulin levels have been associated with increased activity of another growth-related hormone called insulin-like growth factor 1, or IGF-1. Scientists have studied these hormones because they play important roles in cell growth, repair, and survival. While these processes are essential for healthy tissues, abnormal or prolonged growth signals may create conditions that encourage unhealthy cells to multiply more readily. Research suggests that elevated insulin and IGF-1 levels may be associated with a higher risk of developing certain types of cancer, although many other factors, including genetics, age, physical activity, and overall lifestyle, also influence this risk. Another important piece of the puzzle is inflammation. Diets that are consistently high in added sugars and ultra-processed foods may contribute to chronic, low-grade inflammation throughout the body. Unlike the short-term inflammation that helps heal injuries or fight infections, chronic inflammation can persist for months or even years. During this time, inflammatory chemicals and oxidative stress may damage cells and tissues, increasing the likelihood of DNA changes that can contribute to disease development. This is one reason why nutrition experts emphasize eating a balanced diet rich in whole foods, rather than focusing on eliminating a single ingredient. Excessive sugar intake is also closely linked with weight gain and obesity, which are recognized risk factors for several types of cancer. Carrying excess body fat can lead to hormonal changes, increased inflammation, and metabolic disturbances that may create an environment where abnormal cells are more likely to grow. This does not mean that every person who consumes sugar will develop cancer, or that people with cancer cause their illness through diet. Cancer is a complex disease influenced by many interacting factors, and no single food determines a person's future health. Instead, consistently choosing nutrient-dense foods, limiting added sugars, staying physically active, maintaining a healthy weight, and following recommended medical screenings are evidence-based strategies that support overall well-being and may help reduce cancer risk over the long term. Modern grocery stores are filled with foods that are quick, convenient, and designed to last for weeks or even months on the shelf. While convenience can make life easier, many of these products fall into the category of ultra-processed foods. These foods are often made using refined ingredients, added sugars, unhealthy fats, artificial flavors, preservatives, and high amounts of sodium. They are engineered to taste highly appealing, encouraging people to eat more than they actually need. Although enjoying processed foods occasionally is unlikely to cause harm, making them a regular part of your daily diet may gradually affect your body's natural balance. Research suggests that dietary patterns high in ultra-processed foods are associated with an increased risk of several chronic diseases, including obesity, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and certain cancers. One of the biggest concerns with processed foods is that they are usually low in nutrients while being high in calories. Whole foods such as vegetables, fruits, legumes, whole grains, nuts, and seeds naturally provide fiber, vitamins, minerals, and thousands of plant compounds that help protect cells from damage. Many processed foods lose much of this nutritional value during manufacturing and instead rely on added ingredients to improve flavor, texture, and shelf life. As a result, people may consume large amounts of calories without getting the nutrients their bodies need to support healthy immune function, tissue repair, and normal cellular activity. Over time, consistently eating nutrient-poor foods can contribute to poor overall health and reduce the body's ability to maintain normal biological processes. Processed foods also tend to cause rapid spikes in blood sugar because they often contain refined carbohydrates that are digested quickly. White bread, sugary breakfast cereals, sweet pastries, candies, soft drinks, and many packaged snack foods are common examples. Frequent blood sugar spikes require the pancreas to release larger amounts of insulin, and repeated exposure to high insulin levels may eventually lead to insulin resistance. Elevated insulin and related growth signals have been studied for their potential role in supporting the growth of abnormal cells. Although insulin alone does not cause cancer, maintaining healthy blood sugar levels through a balanced diet is considered an important part of supporting long-term metabolic health. Another important factor is chronic inflammation. Many ultra-processed foods contain ingredients that, when consumed in excess as part of an unhealthy dietary pattern, may contribute to persistent, low-grade inflammation throughout the body. Chronic inflammation is different from the temporary inflammation that helps the body heal after an injury. Instead, it quietly places stress on tissues over long periods, increasing oxidative damage and affecting the normal repair mechanisms of cells. Scientists believe this inflammatory environment may contribute to conditions that increase the likelihood of chronic diseases, including certain forms of cancer. This is why healthcare professionals encourage dietary patterns rich in colorful vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and healthy fats, which are naturally associated with lower levels of inflammation. The health of the gut microbiome is another area influenced by processed foods. Trillions of beneficial bacteria live in the digestive system and help with digestion, immune regulation, vitamin production, and protection against harmful microorganisms. Diets high in processed foods and low in fiber can reduce the diversity of these beneficial bacteria, allowing less desirable microbes to become more dominant. An unhealthy gut microbiome may contribute to inflammation and weaken important protective functions within the digestive tract. In contrast, fiber-rich foods such as beans, oats, vegetables, fruits, and whole grains nourish beneficial bacteria and support the production of compounds that help maintain the health of the intestinal lining. Another concern is that processed foods are often extremely easy to overeat. Their combination of sugar, refined starches, unhealthy fats, and added flavorings can make it difficult to recognize natural feelings of fullness. Regular overconsumption can lead to excess calorie intake, weight gain, and obesity, all of which are recognized risk factors for several types of cancer. This does not mean that every packaged food is harmful or that occasional treats should be feared. The overall pattern of eating matters far more than any single meal. Choosing minimally processed foods more often, reading ingredient labels, preparing meals at home when possible, and building a diet centered on whole, nutrient-dense ingredients can create an internal environment that better supports healthy cells, balanced metabolism, and long-term wellness. Inflammation is one of the body's most important defense mechanisms. Whenever you experience a cut, infection, or injury, your immune system responds by sending specialized cells and protective chemicals to the affected area. This short-term response, known as acute inflammation, helps destroy harmful bacteria, remove damaged tissue, and begin the healing process. Without it, even minor injuries could become serious health problems. Acute inflammation is a normal and necessary part of staying healthy. The concern arises when inflammation does not switch off after the body has completed its repair work. Instead, it continues quietly in the background for months or even years. This long-lasting condition, known as chronic inflammation, can gradually damage healthy tissues and create an internal environment associated with a higher risk of many chronic diseases, including certain types of cancer. Unlike acute inflammation, chronic inflammation often develops without obvious symptoms. A person may not feel pain or notice anything unusual while inflammatory processes continue beneath the surface. Factors such as poor diet, obesity, physical inactivity, smoking, excessive alcohol consumption, chronic stress, poor sleep, and exposure to environmental pollutants can all contribute to persistent inflammation. Over time, this constant immune activity may place stress on cells throughout the body. Scientists believe that repeated exposure to inflammatory chemicals can damage DNA, interfere with normal cell repair, and increase oxidative stress, which occurs when harmful molecules known as free radicals outnumber the body's natural antioxidant defenses. These changes may increase the likelihood of abnormal cells developing and surviving under certain conditions. Nutrition plays a major role in either reducing or promoting inflammation. Diets that rely heavily on sugary drinks, refined carbohydrates, processed meats, deep-fried foods, and highly processed snacks have been associated with higher levels of inflammatory markers in many studies. These foods often provide excess calories while lacking the fiber, vitamins, minerals, and plant compounds needed to support healthy immune function. In contrast, eating a variety of colorful fruits and vegetables, whole grains, legumes, nuts, seeds, and healthy fats supplies antioxidants and phytochemicals that help protect cells from oxidative damage. These natural compounds work together to support the body's normal defense systems and may help lower chronic inflammation as part of an overall healthy lifestyle. Body weight is another important factor in inflammation. Excess body fat is not simply a storage site for unused calories. Fat tissue is biologically active and releases hormones and inflammatory chemicals into the bloodstream. As body fat increases, especially around the abdomen, the production of these inflammatory substances may also rise. This ongoing inflammation can contribute to insulin resistance, metabolic dysfunction, and hormonal changes that have been linked with an increased risk of several cancers. Maintaining a healthy weight through balanced nutrition and regular physical activity can help reduce these inflammatory signals and improve overall metabolic health. Physical activity is one of the most effective ways to combat chronic inflammation. Regular exercise improves circulation, supports immune function, helps regulate blood sugar levels, and reduces excess body fat. Even moderate activities such as brisk walking, cycling, swimming, or gardening, performed consistently throughout the week, can have meaningful health benefits. Exercise also encourages the release of natural anti-inflammatory substances produced by the muscles, helping restore balance within the body. Combined with adequate sleep and effective stress management, regular movement becomes a powerful tool for supporting long-term wellness. The gut also plays a significant role in inflammation. A healthy digestive system contains trillions of beneficial bacteria that help regulate the immune system and maintain the protective barrier lining the intestines. Diets low in fiber and high in processed foods may disrupt this balance, allowing harmful bacteria to become more dominant. This imbalance, sometimes referred to as gut dysbiosis, may increase inflammation and affect immune responses throughout the body. Eating fiber-rich foods such as vegetables, fruits, beans, oats, and whole grains helps nourish beneficial bacteria and supports the production of substances that strengthen the intestinal lining and promote a healthier inflammatory response. At the same time, avoiding tobacco, limiting alcohol intake, managing chronic stress, staying physically active, and prioritizing restorative sleep all work together to reduce the burden of chronic inflammation and support the body's natural ability to maintain healthy cells and tissues. While no single food can prevent or cure cancer, decades of scientific research suggest that certain dietary patterns may help protect healthy cells and support the body's natural defense systems. The foods you choose each day influence inflammation, oxidative stress, hormone balance, immune function, and the health of your gut microbiome. Together, these factors create the internal environment in which your cells live and function. Rather than searching for a miracle ingredient, experts encourage building meals around a wide variety of nutrient-rich whole foods. These foods provide vitamins, minerals, fiber, antioxidants, and naturally occurring plant compounds that help maintain normal cellular function and reduce damage caused by free radicals. Consistently following this approach may support long-term health and reduce the risk of many chronic diseases, including certain cancers. Colorful fruits and vegetables are among the most valuable foods you can include in your diet. Their bright colors come from natural compounds known as phytochemicals, many of which have antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. Dark leafy greens, such as spinach, kale, and Swiss chard, provide folate, vitamin C, vitamin K, and carotenoids that support healthy cell growth and repair. Bright orange vegetables like carrots and sweet potatoes are rich in beta-carotene, which the body converts into vitamin A to support immune health and protect tissues. Tomatoes contain lycopene, a powerful antioxidant that has been studied for its potential role in reducing oxidative stress. Cruciferous vegetables such as broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and cabbage contain sulfur-containing compounds that researchers continue to investigate for their ability to support the body's natural detoxification processes and protect cells from damage. Berries are another excellent addition to an anti-inflammatory eating pattern. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries are packed with fiber, vitamin C, and polyphenols, which are natural compounds that help protect cells from oxidative stress. These antioxidants work by neutralizing unstable molecules called free radicals before they can damage DNA and other important cellular structures. Although antioxidants cannot eliminate cancer risk, diets rich in a variety of antioxidant-containing foods are consistently associated with better overall health. Whole fruits are generally preferred over fruit juices because they contain fiber, which slows sugar absorption, supports digestion, and helps nourish beneficial bacteria in the gut. Whole grains and legumes also play an important role in supporting healthy cells. Foods such as oats, brown rice, quinoa, barley, lentils, chickpeas, and black beans provide complex carbohydrates, plant-based protein, vitamins, minerals, and large amounts of dietary fiber. Fiber supports healthy digestion and helps beneficial gut bacteria produce short-chain fatty acids, which contribute to maintaining the protective lining of the intestines and supporting a balanced immune response. High-fiber diets have also been associated with a lower risk of colorectal cancer in numerous studies. Replacing refined grains with whole grains can improve blood sugar control, promote fullness after meals, and contribute to healthier metabolic function. Healthy fats are another essential part of a balanced diet. Olive oil, avocados, walnuts, almonds, flax seeds, chia seeds, and fatty fish such as salmon, sardines, and mackerel provide unsaturated fats and omega-3 fatty acids that help support heart health and reduce inflammation. Unlike trans fats and excessive amounts of saturated fats found in many processed foods, these healthier fats contribute to normal cell membrane function and may help regulate inflammatory pathways throughout the body. Including moderate portions of these foods as part of a balanced eating pattern provides important nutrients while supporting overall wellness. Herbs, spices, and beverages can also contribute valuable plant compounds to the diet. Garlic and onions contain sulfur compounds that support normal cellular function, while turmeric provides curcumin, a naturally occurring compound being studied for its anti-inflammatory properties. Ginger, cinnamon, rosemary, and oregano also contain antioxidants that contribute to a healthy dietary pattern. Green tea is rich in catechins, another group of plant compounds that researchers continue to investigate for their potential health benefits. Although these foods and beverages should not be viewed as treatments, regularly including a wide variety of whole, minimally processed foods creates a strong nutritional foundation that supports healthy cells, strengthens the immune system, promotes a balanced gut microbiome, and helps the body respond more effectively to the everyday challenges of aging and environmental stress. Improving your health does not require a complete overhaul of your lifestyle overnight. In fact, some of the most meaningful changes come from small, consistent habits that become part of your daily routine. Many people believe they need to follow strict diets or eliminate entire food groups to reduce their risk of chronic diseases. But research consistently shows that long-term success is built on sustainable choices rather than short-term perfection. Replacing highly processed foods with more nutritious alternatives, one meal at a time, can improve blood sugar control, reduce inflammation, support healthy weight management, and provide your body with the nutrients it needs to maintain healthy cells. These simple daily swaps may seem small individually, but over months and years, they can make a significant difference in your overall health. One of the easiest places to begin is with the beverages you drink each day. Sugary soft drinks, energy drinks, sweetened teas, and flavored coffee beverages often contain large amounts of added sugar without providing important nutrients. These drinks can contribute to rapid spikes in blood sugar and increase daily calorie intake without making you feel full. Replacing sugary beverages with water, sparkling water, unsweetened tea, or black coffee can reduce your intake of added sugars while helping you stay properly hydrated. If plain water feels boring, adding slices of lemon, cucumber, mint, or fresh berries can provide natural flavor without relying on added sweeteners. Staying hydrated also supports digestion, circulation, temperature regulation, and many essential processes that help your body function efficiently. Breakfast offers another excellent opportunity to make healthier choices. Many packaged breakfast cereals, pastries, and sweet bakery products contain refined flour, added sugars, and very little fiber. Swapping these options for oatmeal topped with fresh berries, chopped nuts, and seeds provides a more balanced combination of complex carbohydrates, healthy fats, protein, and fiber. Eggs paired with vegetables and whole-grain toast can also create a satisfying breakfast that supports steady energy levels throughout the morning. Choosing foods that digest more slowly may help prevent dramatic blood sugar fluctuations and reduce unnecessary snacking later in the day. Healthy snack choices are equally important because many processed snack foods are high in calories, sodium, unhealthy fats, and added sugars. Instead of reaching for potato chips, cookies, or candy, consider snacks that provide lasting nutrition. Fresh fruit paired with a handful of almonds or walnuts offers natural sweetness along with fiber and healthy fats. Sliced vegetables served with hummus or plain Greek yogurt create a filling snack rich in vitamins, minerals, and protein. Air-popped popcorn without excessive butter or salt can also be a satisfying whole grain option. Preparing healthy snacks ahead of time makes it easier to choose nutritious foods when hunger strikes, reducing the temptation to rely on highly processed convenience foods. Making simple improvements at lunch and dinner can also have a lasting impact. Replacing refined grains such as white rice, white bread, and regular pasta with whole grain alternatives increases fiber intake and supports digestive health. Filling half of your plate with colorful vegetables adds antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, and plant compounds that help protect cells from oxidative stress. Choosing lean protein sources such as fish, skinless poultry, beans, lentils, or tofu instead of heavily processed meats provides valuable nutrients while reducing intake of excess sodium and preservatives. Cooking more meals at home allows you to control ingredients, portion sizes, and cooking methods, making it easier to prepare balanced meals that support long-term wellness. Healthy eating becomes even more effective when combined with other positive lifestyle habits. Eating slowly and paying attention to hunger and fullness cues can help prevent overeating and improve digestion. Reading food labels allows you to identify products that contain excessive added sugars, sodium, and artificial ingredients. Planning meals before grocery shopping encourages healthier purchases and reduces impulse buying of processed snacks. Regular physical activity, adequate sleep, and effective stress management complement healthy nutrition by supporting metabolic health, reducing inflammation, and strengthening the immune system. When these simple daily habits are practiced consistently, they work together to create a healthier internal environment that supports normal cellular function, promotes long-term well-being, and encourages lasting lifestyle changes without relying on extreme diets or unrealistic restrictions.